Okay. Bridging. When I bridge, if my feet are wide, I turn against my hips. I'm relying on my hamstrings only when I bridge my feet wide. Secondly, if my feet are long, I can't bring my hips higher than my knees. So when I bridge, I want to have this here. And I want to be able to bridge so I can come up onto my shoulders or my neck. If they're wider, my hips drop by default. So when I'm bridging, I want to make sure I engage my core from here. When I'm bridging, I'm not trying to throw my hips up, I try to throw my hips forwards, not up. If I throw up, by default, my feet go down and locked in position. So in, and I'm thrusting my hips up and 45 degrees. I'm not just going to go straight up. Okay. Secondly, is this. If my feet are facing this way, my drive is straight up. I find it easier to turn my heels. By default, I turn my knees. This makes it easier to bridge. So it doesn't matter which way, because my partner's going to know which way I'm going to bridge anyway. So when I'm here, I'm bridging, I bring my feet in. I turn my heels. And that gives me a little bit of space to bridge. Secondly, if I have a slide on this side, it allows me to slide. If I'm flat and I go to turn, I'm kind of lost into position. So, feet come in, turn my heels, and I'm bridging. That allows my elbow and my knee to be able to turn. So, we're going to go like this. Can I go here, please? Emma, on now. She's in trouble. So let me explain. If my knees are wide, she can sit deep into my hips, which means that when I go to bridge, her weight's on my hips, not my stomach. It's harder to bridge from here. Secondly, if I'm here, her weight's going where? If my heels are on the ground, the weight's going that way. If my knees are apart, the weight's down on the ground. This is good for other stuff, it's not good for jiu-jitsu, okay? So what I mean by that is, if I go here, she drives backwards, I can use that to push. But it's not good for bridging. I can use it to escape, but not for my bridging. Okay, so secondly is this, walk my feet in, engage, turn my heels. So that it's harder for her to maintain the position. So walk my feet in, turn my heels, and again. Oh, sorry, mate. So, knees come together. She can't put her weight backwards because there's a frame there. Her weight's by default coming forwards. I have to make the weight come forward. Turn my heels. So when I bridge, her weight's going the way I want it to, but it takes space for me to be able to escape. I know we're doing side control, but I need you guys to work out how to bridge to escape side control. Okay, let's try that, guys, from mounts. 1, 2, 3. So go on mount. Come on. So short. Okay. Walk my feet up. 1, 2, knees together. Don't have your knees apart, she'll reset her base. Number 2, turn my heels. I don't see you guys are rushing it. I want to get my bridge as far as I can to almost roll her over without having to use my hands. I can use my hands, I will use my hands, but I'm seeing you guys and girls, I'm not picking on the guys, is you're pushing to the side. So you're going here, turn down like that. This is kind of happening. Yeah, and that happens. So if we're here, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in, bridge. The higher the bridge, not the faster, the higher the bridge, the more she's off the ground. The more she's off the ground, she's floating, the more I can push her and the more she'll move. She has to put her feet down to counter it. If I push her a big distance, it creates a damage for me. So even if she posts, so feet together, knees together, turn my heels. Her weight, don't go off me. Don't go fast, go nice and slow. You're reaching high and then turning. 1, 2, 3, go. Amazon side control. Let's put this together for you guys. To create space to move my hips. 1, 2. To create space to move my hips. 1, 2, roll. When I bridge, my elbow raises first and my hips. I bring my feet. My elbow raises first to create space. If I push up, I'm giving you a landing platform to upgrade. So I need to change the angle, so I'm pushing it over. So first things first, one step, slide, free my hip. One step, slide, free my hip. Bridge, raise my elbow, push, recover. Tight. 1, 2, 3. Bridge off this foot. Raise my elbow, not my hand. Push. Recover. Okay. Great space on front of my back. I've got nowhere to go. 1, 2. Turn my heels. Drive. Raise my elbow. Push, 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 push. 1, 2. Recover. We would like to see it one more time. Okay, the key is this. This is the key, watch. My hips are turned. I need to turn my hips to get out of it. Okay, so here, really good side control, super heavy. 1, 2, turn. Bridge. Raise my elbow, not my hand. Push. Create space. Cover. No harder, no faster than that. If you do it slow, you can do it fast. If you do it fast, just mean you can do it slow. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and let's go. Side control. Okay, Emma feels me turn my hips and engage my core. As I bridge and raise my right elbow, Emma's going to drop her right hip to the ground and pick up my right arm with the left arm. So as I'm pushing from here, she picks up and slides under, steps over my head, and up up.
Feel automatic.
It's very cool though, buddy. Okay. So we're here, the indicator for Emma, I'm sorry for that cover, is 1, 2, so she knows I'm about to bridge, right? So as I bridge and raise my elbow, she drops her right hip and slides the knee through the zone. She's facing this way, not to the ceiling. She doesn't come over, she still like pinches it. From here, slides her heel, heel to the crook of my neck. Now, she can go belly down, she can do it from here, or she can sit to the side. So this armbar, once the elbow's caught, it's pretty much got like, no matter which way I roll, she can counteract it. So again, side control, what she's waiting for is I go 1, 2, engage my core. As I'm bridging on left, she slides under, captures it from here, and she can go belly down. She wants to go belly down. She can go to the opposite side, or she can just do it while she's sitting on me. Would like to see it one more time? Her armbarring me, so yeah. Right, okay, guys.
It's not often we see someone.
Doesn't happen in rolls.
Okay. So nice and tight, create space to move my hips, drop my leg down, turn my heels so I've got space to move. As I bridge and push my elbow, she slides through. And all we're doing is pinching from here. Make sure that your shoulders are at 90 degrees, not less, because you won't be able to get the leg overhead. Bring your heel over, and then do a pelvic thrust. Umpa. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to start the same kind of concept again. So we're here, once again, my frame system. What I'm going to add on now is, can I turn around just a little bit, babe? Is my right hand. I'm going to frame, or I call it sharking, like I'm going to shark fin with my right hand. So my left foot steps out, my right foot goes long, I turn my heels, and I'm going to push this way. So now it's harder for her to upgrade because I'm pushing her away the shark fin. So what I mean by that is we're going to go slow. 1, 2, 3, bridge. So as she's coming up, I simply use my shark fin to put her weight back onto her hip. So this hand here is not pushing her, it's pushing back down onto her hip. So the leg that she's trying to come up on, it secures it. This means that she's planted into position and I can move without her following me or upgrading. So I'm going to go slow and exaggerate. Okay, so left foot, right foot long, turn my heels. As I'm bridging, I'm throwing my right hand as close as along her belt line. So as I bridge, right hand. So this creates space. I can now push, recover, my guard. Left, right, heels, bridge and push, exaggerated, rescue, crisscross, from here. So to stop her from upgrading, I'm putting all the weight, shoving my weight through her hips, so it's harder for her to upgrade. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just like that, guys, nice and slow, please. I shine it, I'm like, in my head, that's not gonna work. No, the guy teaching it's a corral belt, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. There's no way I could just do that to someone and they're just gonna fall over. No way. So probably about 7 years later, it's my favorite reversal from side control. And the thing is, you can't bridge. If you bridge, it doesn't work. So this is that one where I'm going to grab Tweed, and she's on side control, and she's so strong. She's holding me down, and she's got the grip, and she's being super aggressive. I'm like, man, and my hand's on the bad side, and shit's just gone downhill really bad from here. So all I've got to do is I've got to get my elbow to the ground on the outside of a knee, and I'm done. I'm happy. So how do I do that? Walk my leg away, turn here. Watch again. So I can't get this done, so I walk my leg away, turn my hip, create space on the ground. Now, all I'm doing is I'm taking my hip to my elbow. This works better and best on someone that is really strong and holding you down and will not give you space. concept is elbow to the ground, 1, 2, here. So watch. What I'm doing is I'm taking the base out by walking. If you bridge, you're going above the baseline, it won't work. If you bridge, it will not work. Oompa, come here.
Adam, do you ever have to worry about somebody pinning your arm?
Yeah, so I'll come there in a second. So we're here, I can't get my elbow to the ground, so I'll walk my leg, I turn here. I'll just walk my legs in. Who's calling bullshit? I'm serious. I did. Like it worked. Like it's like.
First time I saw it, I'm the first time I looked at it, Oompa, I'm like, that's not gonna work. My favorite movie.
No, it's crazy.
Now it's like,
So let's go. Emma now. Come here, baby. So when I do this, right, two things. I'll walk, I'll put it here. Now, if I feel Emma go like that, from here I just come. 1, 2, 3. Don't bridge.